Well, good morning everybody. Welcome to Fishing Adventures with Matt Cini. And I am in one of the places where I've spent thousands and thousands of mornings. Westernport, departing Hastings. It's Wednesday, the 9th of October, and it is an absolute magic day. In fact, it's perfect. The tide's high, and I would say that it's going to start ebbing very, very soon. The boat ramp's 3/4 full, and there's no stress. Everything's flowing pretty well. I'm taking a young gentleman out today by the name of Jake.
First red in your boat?
Yeah, first red. Awesome.
Cini hasn't lost it. Woo!
Cini magic.
Oh!
Jake, he's just bought a new boat. He's just getting into fishing, and I want to give him a hand, teach him a thing about a thing or two. So stay tuned. Fishing Adventures with Matt Cini from sunny Queensland and back to Victoria. And guess what? It's snapper season, and during this time of the year there's monster whiting as well. So let's get Jake onto a fish. We're going to help him rig up, help him locate the fish. I'm definitely not using any GPS marks. I've told him today we're going out and we're going to hunt together, and we're going to find fish and we're going to catch them. There is no GPS marks on this boat. It's all coming from in here. Stay tuned. Let's go get some big reds.
I am ready.
Good morning everybody. You've just seen us depart from the Hastings boat ramp, and I've got a very good friend with me today who I met through fishing, and his name's Jake.
G'day, how you going?
And he's usually on a motorbike doing Evel Knievel shit. Is it Evel Knievel?
Yeah, no more though.
No more?
Yeah.
Hey, there's a time for all things to finish. I've been hung up on the shelf, as you know.
Yes.
In fishing. So whatever we do today, guys, it's probably not good because I'm up on the shelf. I'm finished. Same as this bloke.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're going to go out and catch some snapper. This bloke has just got into fishing not too long ago, and my job today is to teach him a few little tips to help him on his fishing journey. And today we're going to target Westernport snapper from Hastings. And the first thing we're going to do, Jake, is we're going to get out there and we're going to sound up snapper.
Beautiful.
On this little baby here. Well, Jake, we've marked in two solid marks here. One here and one here.
Sounds good.
And once we sound up a few fish, we'll set up all the rods accordingly. I can see you've got some, we call them snapper snatchers. We've got some snapper snatchers on, which is basically a paternoster rig.
Better snatch me a snapper.
Better snatch me a snapper. Correct. And believe me, they work.
Yeah.
They really do work. So, and then we're going to do the conventional Westernport snapper rig, which is a dropper, sinker, and a long leader with two snelled hooks.
Yeah.
And that's usually really good for a long squid strip.
Yeah.
So it sort of floats in the current.
Sounds good.
Big run out tide. I'm thinking maybe we might head up to Crawfish Rock.
Awesome.
And then probably work our way down off Hastings. I don't think we need to go too far because fish should be widespread now.
Yeah.
Water temp is about, it's telling me 12 degrees. Maybe I'm getting a bit excited. Anyway, we're going to teach you how to catch snapper. Stay tuned. Well, we've just arrived at the first location, and in this day and age with technology, we're using the Navionics app on my phone, and there's a thing called relief shading. The relief shading basically takes the need for having any GPS marks away, to be honest, in my opinion, because if you use the relief shading, it's going to show you where all the lumps, all the bumps are. Fish love structure, and literally you just drive around until you find fish around all the lumps and bumps that are in an area that's so-called a good area. Technology's changed everything. So that's what and we're just going to have a bit of a look around here, and I'm going to set Jake's sounder up so that it's Mickey Mouse. And once I've set the sounder up, we will wait till we find 2 or 3 really good arches that have got a lot of yellow in them, because the density in the arch is what's important, especially for a snapper. Whatever colour the bottom is on your sounder, what you've got it set on, under the bottom, that's hard, that's solid, Jake. That yellow is really solid. So we want to see an arch that's got that yellow in it, and that means it's something substantial. means that it's got a bit of body, and a big snapper, 5-6 kilos, has got a big gut, and he's going to send back a good signal. So we're not going to waste our time looking at all this scratchy stuff. We want to see a solid.
Yeah,
Well, Jake, we've marked in 2 solid marks here, one here and one here. Let's go back around, and if you have a look at that edge that we just went down on the relief shading, we're here. Let's go back and just go on the inside or on the top of that hill. Yeah. We've turned the sensitivity down so much that when we see something like that, we know 100% that that's what we're after. That's a red. And I'm going to anchor on those. I'm going to anchor on those 2 marks that we saw. So we'll go back here. We've got the GPS marks all here, so we can pick the one in the middle, go like that, go 2, and now we'll head back down towards that mark, I reckon, and we'll anchor on that because it's first light. Yeah. So we want to get some rods in to get the start of that run out tide.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm confident, mate. They were, there you go, look at that.
Yeah, they're
see that? We're back on the spot, and bang, straight away it comes up. We're nearly on the area now. We'll give you this mark. Thank you, Mr. Calamari. Mr. Calamari, thank you. 2 big Flinders squid, you're an absolute darling. We really appreciate it, don't we, Jake?
Yes, we do.
We worked so hard to catch this squid. I had to drive to Mornington and pick it up from a mate's place. Challenge is, we've only got about 8 sinkers, 2-3 ounce, and we're fishing this spot. I'm going to pull apart the engine block and use the pistons. What do you reckon?
I don't think that's a good idea.
He said Cini magic. Well, I'm telling you now, we're going to need some Cini magic without the sinkers. All right, so we're just going to pop a little bit of fresh squid on there, like that. You just flip it out like that, and put your thumb on the spool, and you'll feel the weight of the 2 sinkers going down.
Yes, yeah.
And you'll notice a sudden change, or you may not notice actually. It may not stop, but you'll notice, like now. See how it's not pulling this fast.
Yeah.
So that means I'm on the bottom. So we close that. Just check our drag set. And once that's happened, we can lift the rod up like that and bounce. Watch the rod tip.
Yeah.
Boom. See that?
Yeah.
All right, and it's actually staying there, thankfully.
So it is.
So I'm happy with that.
So that will work for the day?
No, well, that'll work for now. The tide's going to get too strong here.
Yeah.
But God's on our side, Jake.
Yeah.
Cini magic. This is how many sinkers we've got for today, because I didn't go back to Portland and get my tackle box. But we're not greedy, are we?
No, I'm glad to be out here, yeah.
Plus, you don't mind if I use your Yamaha pistons for... I mean, I don't like Yamaha anyway. I'm a Mercury man, aren't I?
Oh, yeah. You've always... I'm Yamaha.
Oh, there's a bit of rivalry going on here. No, I'm happy to use the engine block. You'll get warranty. Trust me, I've done it before. You'll get warranty. And young Jake here is asking all the right questions. So Jake's got 2 paternosters out, Reedy's rigs. I'll get you one of them there. So Jake's got these Reedy's rigs straight out of the packet, and it is a simple, easy way to start fishing for snapper in Westernport. An 80-pound leader with a size 6.0 circle hook, and Jake's got 2 of them down with squid on them, and they're doing the job. The other rig for Westernport that I've got here, Jake, if you hold that for me, is the snelled hook rigs. So 2 4.0s. I'm using 4.0s because that's all I've got in the boat at the moment, because I didn't come prepared. But a 4.0 hook is capable of catching anything. That's a snelled hook rig, 60-pound leader, probably about 1.2 metres. So 1.2 metres. I don't have any easy rigs, so I've just used 2 swivels, one running freely up the dropper, the shock leader, the swivel that joins the shock leader to the trace, to the main leader with the snelled hooks, and I've got 20-pound leader coming off the swivel onto the goat's nuts, because that's all we got. We got no sinkers. I just realised that we can head down to Phillip Island Marine at Real and go buy some sinkers, mate.
Yeah, how's that? That's lucky.
That is lucky.
Very lucky.
And everything happens for a reason.
That's right.
Anyway, put on like that. There, and then come through the top like that. And that's a good bait.
Looks appetizing.
Does look good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's get. This is a snapper. Grab that, mate. I don't want to bring it in. You are the man of the star.
All right.
So just a little bit to the left. That's it. And just lift up and then wind down. It's not a big fish, but it's what we came for.
That's it. Anything's better than nothing.
So it was just so cool to come out here with no GPS marks, use the relief shading, sound them up and catch them. Well, here we are, literally within minutes of putting the rods in, using the relief shading on the Navionics charts, no GPS marks, finding a lump, sounding the fish up, and Jake is on his first red.
Awesome.
Awesome red. First red in your boat?
Yeah, first red. Awesome.
Cini hasn't lost it. Woo!
Cini magic.
Oh, oh. Have you got a net? Oh, it's a beautiful fish. Wait, have you got a net?
Yeah, it's just on
That's a nice snapper, mate. Hang on, let's get a net.
Yeah.
Snelled hooks. We want to be really careful about how we handle this fish, because if one of those hooks goes in our hand while it's connected to the fish, it's very, very dangerous. So the best way to handle a snapper is I just put my hand under there and I put him under my arm like that, and we can clearly see here that old mate's got that hook right down in his gob. So I reckon I'm going to cut that. While we've got a bit of sun there, I'm going to get that sun on this fish. Well, congratulations, Jake, on your first snapper in your own boat. That didn't take long, using the Navionics Relief Shading, no GPS marks, and we didn't even have any sinkers. We had to tie some pistons off the Yamaha engine to get them down there. That's our first bite for the day. Westernport. Love it. Let's get some. Well, what we're doing here is we're using fresh frozen squid that I caught this morning at my best mate's place. Oh, you're getting a bite. You're getting a bite on that rod there. Watch that rod. So I'm just going to quickly show you. This is the ring that I'm going to put on, and we've just got to the spot, and I reckon that's going to be perfect bait with all that guts in it. You get that in the sun. Have a look at that beautiful bait. And a snelled hook rig. So we're going to pop the bottom hook in like that. And out. And then I'll spin it around and pinprick it there. I'll give you a better look at it once I've done it. But that's basically what it looks like. And those 2 4-0s, the 4-0s are deadly. That's what we use on mulloway. They just go straight in. They do not collect $200 in Monopoly or whatever it's called. They just go in.
So this one's...
Righto. So one of the most important things which I've found when people tie snells, and it's all about the 1%ers, Jake. A lot of people just go fishing because they don't have a lot of time, and when they go fishing they just tie knots and they think it's okay, but it's attention to detail. And here we've tied our bottom hook on, the tag end here, which we'll cut off, and when we put our second hook on, we want to put it on so that the hook is facing downwards, not that way.
Okay.
Right, this way. And we come up through there and we pull it tight like that. We put our gap that we want, which I usually do about 70 mil, but you can move it forward, you can move it back further, Just depends.
Yeah.
Just depends on what you want and what bait you're using. For a calamari ring that we're using, fairly close is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we just come around the shank of the hook like that. So let's call it 10 times for argument's sakes. I usually go 3/4 of the way down the shaft. Yep. And then when we put the tag end back through, we want the hook to be like that, and we want to come upwards.
Yeah.
So everything flows. Okay, so we're going to go like that, and then we'll pull it tight.
Awesome.
Okay, and that's our
Snell rig, yeah.
So now what I want you to do, because you've nearly completed the rig, like a perfect student, that there, I want you to tie onto the swivel.
Yes, yeah.
And you're ready.
Cool, that was easy.
So which piston are we going to use now? Which piston are we going to put on?
I don't know.
We've used piston 2. Have we got?
I don't even know how
Have we got 4 cylinders?
I don't even. I think it is. Yeah.
So 4 cylinder. We've already used piston 2. We need to leave 2 pistons to get home.
Yeah, we
maybe use 4. We still got 1 and 2.
I didn't even know. Oh, I have seen the engine cover off, but yeah,
it's okay,
come to think of it, I'm not mechanically minded.
I'm only joking. Jake, even I'm getting excited. Hold that up.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh mate, that is sexy.
Yeah, that will get one.
That's great, mate. I'm very proud of you for doing that. You made your own rig, you put your own bait on. I reckon give that a good cast out towards that seagull out there.
Yep.
And use the thumb trick to get it down. Once you've got it down and you're happy, move that rod over one and put him over the far side.
Far side, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was getting a...
That is getting a nibble, isn't it? That's piston 2 and 4 off the Yamaha.
She works, she works. Alrighty.
Oh, look at that, swimming in the water there. Just bring it. That's nice, look at that. All right, mate, get it in the water.
Yeah, because on this one's a lot heavier.
That's it. And you got the thumb trick.
Oh, yes.
That's it. Yep. Beautiful. Close the bail arm. Let's just check that drag.
Yeah.
Hold the rod tight.
Yep.
This has just come back from Queensland, so it's in lock-up mode. Fantastic.
It'll be that one that goes off. Your one, yeah. Oh.
Well, that is getting hit. Those are circle hooks, remember, on the Reedy's rig.
Yeah.
And it does look good. Back to where we started. We had a little bit of a crack just off Elizabeth Island there. No snapper, but we got plagued by small gummies. And it definitely wasn't a waste of time putting in an hour there while the tide was running hard. We've got the last of the run out tide now, and we're back in that same area. We're just going to sound around and see if we can locate a couple of marks and give it our best shot. You've just seen us land a couple of nice reds, and it's slack water now. It's dead low tide. So the start of the run in is going to be a good time to fish, Jake. And slack water in Westernport is ideal for researching and sounding for the start of the run-in tide.
Yeah.
We're going to utilise this time because Westernport has a lot of seaweed, a lot of stuff in the water. As you can see, it's very. Oh, look at the seal!
Oh wow! I've never seen a seal in Westernport.
Yeah, so
we're everywhere in Port.
In Portland, yeah.
Yeah, in Port Phillip, everywhere. The dolphins and seals are everywhere.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Well, this is a great time to sound, and you'll get your clearest picture now. And what we can do is we can go and have a look on our Navionics chart, and we can find the lumps. We can find something that's got a lot of fish on it, and then we can position the boat ready for the run-in tide, which will be the opposite way to what we were fishing. So the back of the boat will be facing direction never eat soggy wheat bix. Yeah. It'll be facing to the never eat soggy wheat bix. It'll be facing to the east, whereas it was facing to the west before.
Yeah.
So as long as we position the boat right, we can spend time sounding now, and hopefully when the tide starts to pick up,
we're in the right spot. Yeah.
And we just learned that on dead slack water that there's really no point using your traditional Westernport rig because the bait was just laying in the floor. But the Reedy's rig, or the paternoster, with the 2 baits suspended up against the bottom, it just took over, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, you know, it means you can fish the whole time with a paternoster rig. You can fish slack water, you can drift with it, you can fish in fast current. But generally when the tide starts moving, the results are better with the traditional style rig. You can see that little just where my cross is there on the phone.
These are the sort of marks we want.
Definitely a good there. So we've just been marking up fish along this little contour here, which you can see on the relief shading what we're doing. Just working that little area. And they're just sitting in that gutter. So I think we're going to fish here because we've seen 4 or 5 nice fish so far. Because we've obviously put in about 10 spots where we've potentially and definitely marked up snapper, and we've plonked ourselves pretty much on a spot right in the middle of those marks. And now we've anchored the boat. There's a tiny little bit of tide just starting to run.
Yeah.
And we know now that we can use our good bait, apply ourselves, because there's fish here.
And there's going to be that tide coming through.
Yeah. So, you know,
Flow.
we're going to apply ourselves and get the result.
No, it sounds good to me.
Take your time, that's fish number 2. Oh, I'd probably just back that off a little bit actually.
Yeah.
Let's have a little bit of fun. Well, there you go, coming back to where we actually found the fish this morning. Oh,
wow.
Another bite over there.
Oh, you might have to get that one. I can't do both.
Coming back to that spot.
Oh, yeah, that one's still going.
It's tangled.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's tangled,
that's we've got some colour.
Yeah, he's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Good old Reedy's rig, eh?
Oh, wow.
Slack water never fails. Oh, there we go.
Not huge, but...
Hold him up, mate.
Oh.
Hold him up. He's a big fish. Yep, I've just got him out of that, whatever it is down there. Oh, he hasn't woken up yet. Is it a red? Don't know what this is. Giant Port Jackson. Big dopey Port Jackson. Look at that.
They're ugly.